YouTube, welcome back to a brand new video, man. Today I'm gonna get into how to make aggressive dark beats from scratch, like Southside, TM88, ATL Jacob, so get right into it, man. Alright, so as you can see, got an empty project right in front of me. I'm gonna start out in 165 BPM, and I'm gonna just experiment a little bit and lay some down. Alright, so like always, I'm gonna start out with the piano and change the sound later. Alright, so I laid this basic foundation down in the piano. I'm gonna change the VST now and just see what sounds good. So I rendered that melody out and I reversed it and cut it up. So now I'm gonna reverse these little like cuts that I made. So the original melody matches up with the structure. If that makes sense. Because if you reverse the whole melody, the whole sample gets reversed as well. So that's why I cut it up and I reversed it again. Alright, so apparently my desktop audio stopped recording. So I made this whole melody already without the audio being recorded. But I'm gonna deconstruct the melody real quick. So I ended up with 5 melodies in the end. So for the main melody, I started out in Electra X right here. And I laid the melody down, rendered it out, and then I later reversed it. Then I chopped it up a little bit and kind of switched some things around, and this is what I ended up with. And that's hard, bro. So for the effects on that, started out with the basic EQ, just kind of lowering some of the mids a little bit. Then I put some RC20 on it, and I messed with this EQ at the bottom. Used the Vinyl 1 preset. And the reason why I cut so much of the high end out is because I added the piano, which I'm gonna get into later on. But the piano had some high end to it, and they didn't really go well together. But I wanted the high end of the piano to stand out, so that's why I cut the high end of this melody out by using the low EQ at the bottom right here. And after the RC20, I added some Valhalla Vintage Verb with these settings right here. I believe it's the stock preset. And that's it for the main melody. So then, like I said, added this piano from Keyscape. I laid down these root notes and copied them over 2 times to add some more like high frequencies and some low frequencies to the melody, and just kind of get a rhythm going by just having these notes come in after every 4 bars. For the effects on that piano, start out with the basic EQ, cutting the sub lows out and boosting some of the high mids, and then I put the same Valhalla Vintage for a preset on it to kind of make it blend in with the main melody a bit more. And the main melody and the piano together sound like this. So that piano really adds some rhythm to the melody. Alright, so here's where it gets complicated, bro. I went into expand and I got the Celeste preset, and I laid down this melody right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play it without the effects first, and then later I'm gonna deconstruct the effects that I added to it. So here's what it sounds like without the effects on. Without the effects, it sounds cool, but as you can see, we got a whole list, so this is what it sounds like with effects on. And y'all hear me talk about sound selection all the time, so don't take this as an example, because y'all see a whole list right here. But the things that I added for the effects is I start out with the EQ, cutting the lows out, cutting some of the mids out right here. Then I put some halftime on it. I believe it's the stock preset. And I put some effectrics on it to add like some reverse effects after every 2 bars, I believe. Then I put a shaper box on it to pan it out from left to right, and also to sidechain it using the volume preset right here. Next, I put the same RC20 preset on it, but I turned the noise and the distortion off. Otherwise, it would clash a lot with the main melody we laid down before. Next, I put a fruity chorus on it. and also added the same Valhalla vintage verb once again to kind of blend it in with the other samples. And then lastly, I added this EQ to cut some of the harsh frequencies out. Alright, so that's a whole list, but that's it for the Celeste. Then lastly, I went into my drum kit, got this tubular bell, and just kind of added this as an accent. Put it down on the root note only once. Then for the effects, put some basic EQing on it, put a delay on it, use these settings right here, and then ended it out with the same reverb preset. Now, like I said, it's just a little accent that I added to it, so this is what it sounds like with the other melodies. And like I said, it's very minimal, but it's just a little accent I like to add in my beats. So lastly, for the last melodic element, I went into Omnisphere and I got this sub bass right here. I used the Growler Moog bass and I messed with the cutoff knobs a little bit. And for the notes, I just followed the root notes right here, the D. And then after every 4 bars, I kind of made this little roll, these little slides. And at the second part right here, I used a different roll. And I just added that for some low end in the melody. And that's what that sounds like. And this might be one of the hardest samples I've ever made, bro. So for the effects, I just put an EQ on it to cut some of the high frequencies out, to make it sound a bit like give it that underwater effect, if that makes sense. And for these slides right here, I made sure to stay in the scale in D minor and use these like half notes, as I explained in previous videos. So from A sharp, it goes to A, and then from F, it goes to E. And what these half steps do is they create a lot of tension and kind of add that dark feeling to the melody or the bass line. So if you're trying to lay down some dark bass lines, man, make sure to use these half steps, but make sure to stay in the scale though. Now for the second roll right here, I just pitched this D up 1 octave and this one 2 octaves, and then I added this A and this A sharp, the half steps like I said before, also added that to it. So I think I pretty much covered everything, man. I did record the structuring before this, so yeah, let's get into that. For the ones who didn't know already, man, structuring is one of the most, if not the most important parts of making beats, man. So if y'all want a video of me just explaining structuring, just let me know in the comments, bro. So the way I structured this beat is I started out with the main melody and the piano right here, and then I kind of made this little crossfade effect in the sub bass. I've never seen this before, but I just thought it sounded fire, bro. So that's the intro. Then I got a 16-bar hook, and we got the main melody just playing throughout the whole hook, as well as the root notes of the piano, as well as the tubular bell right here. Then I also got the Celeste at the second part of the hook, and next up we got a 16-bar verse right here. And for the first 8 bars of the verse, I took out the main melody and I just got the piano and the Celeste playing, as well as the tubular bell. Then at the second part, I pitched the original sample down a whole octave and I added the piano as well. And then we got a little bridge right here. It's pretty much the same as the intro, except the sub bass comes in right from the jump. So yeah, let's lay some drums down, man. Let's get it. Alright, so that's how you make dark aggressive beats from scratch, man. By the way, if y'all like the drum samples that I use, make sure to check them out. First link in the description from my drum kit. So if you haven't got the chance to cop the kit yet, man, make sure to check it out. First link in the description. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. Like always, want to thank y'all for watching. Make sure to let me know in the comments what you're trying to see next on the channel. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, man. We might have hit 6K already when this video comes out. So if so, I want to thank y'all, bruh. Yeah, that's it for me today, bruh. So y'all stay safe.